Alright. Why don't get started? Oh. It's not the page I'm on. Something's going a little bit wrong with... Hold on. Okay. There. Hold on. I'm gonna need... What if I go here, or here? Like... Right. Okay, that should be enough. Need... Why can't I see anything? Okay, I can see this. Use chat there. Does this still work? No, it does not. Okay. That's, How do I just not have it on? Oh. Oh no, I see what happens. All the way to the bottom. There we go. I'm just dumb. Here. There. Okay. This should work. Scuff over, hopefully. And I'm gonna try my hand at what essentially amounts to free drawing. It will not be good. Now I got a very basic idea on where I want the sketch to go, just from the blue lines. I'll even make them a little bit less, a little bit more see-through. But it's like, do I want... I probably want to start with the more static version, like where I'm just looking off into the screen. Probably will need Start with... I'll start with the chin so I have a basis. Oh, I've got the one facing. I don't know how I want to do this. Like, full disclosure, I'm mostly doing this for the funny. And I need to just... So many things that I feel like I just need to erase it all and start again. Making that a bit too... I want to erase that and replace it like something. Center right, but not really the... Do I want to just remove this top half? I guess a decent chunk of the actual face will be covered by the hair. Now this version, this looks a little bit more lopsided than I think it should be. Yeah, I guess the actual face does not need to matter. I mostly just need the chin. I can kind of ignore the blue lines for the next bit. Go. Let's do the hairline next. Suki. This needs to be a lot more rounded. And from there, we can go. Okay. Present. Okay. Okay, then get... do the eye outline. Obviously, I'm gonna... well... the eyes are a little bit above the... above, like, the edges of the are other people. I mean, I have this. I can kind of go up as a basis. Obviously, it's nowhere near perfect. I think this might just be it. My best bet, though. Yeah, I'll keep the same, like, kind of black pupil. That as well. really enough looks derpier than I kind of want it to be. I think I need to add a little bit more like this. Let's very quickly excavate that. That looks a bit better. Oh, hold on. Oh, I need to do it like that. Mirror. I might honestly keep them as separate. I'll keep them as separate for now. How does that look without the blue lines? That doesn't look the worst. Man, okay, so I'm gonna try... stuff like... the eyebrows, and that'll go above. In actual sport model, they mostly go, they're very thin, they go out. Might just keep them. Make them this one needs to be a little bit further back, actually. Can I... Well, let's get rid of the blue line again. Yeah, I mean, obviously the hair is a little bit lopsided, but I think the eyes are actually slightly lopsided. Yeah. That is, there... How do I fix that? Just from here, that's the apex. 2, 3. That should be about right, but it's a bit more shadowy than I would like. This should be... No, it was... It was fine. Not really height-wise. Not height-wise, yeah. So the entirety of the lower eyebrow, at least from here, goes like halfway to the apex. What I might honestly want to do is make the pupils oh wait, hang on. This is this one. Okay. I'll make those its own separate thing. I can kind of control how this looks a bit easier. I feel like I should have. Obviously, I made the face really tall. I might want to go back and redo the head and the hair out. Probably keep the hair outline, but I might want to so that's more like that. It's fine. Then hair outline, I can go like there. 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 With the blue lines again. It looks better, for sure. It gives more room for the eyes. The eyes... I don't need to move... I don't need to make them bigger. I think I just need to move them a little bit upwards. Then the eyebrows can follow. Okay, like that. And I can do nose. Obviously, it's not detailed in this drawing. It just kind of like protrudes out and has a shadow. Finding the middle is also going to be a little bit of an issue. I guess that's kind of the reason why a lot of VTubers just don't have a nose. It's kind of awkward to draw, to be fair. I feel like this one would be kind of remiss without it. many squares away is each one? This is just 1, 2. Does this have a better way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, never mind. This is probably fine. Is the grid just being really weird? I assumed they were black lines. Apparently they're only white. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it gets the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it's okay. I think it just looks kind of weird. Okay, I'll also add the mouth here. We kind of weird to draw. There doesn't need to be that much room. Actually, what am I doing? I have a center to go to. The mouth is mostly lined up. It's the nose that I need to be more worried about. This is just about center. And this is... It was right. One. See, these two or these two that are center? It's these two. Slightly... This would be correct. Well, probably just end up hiding the nose, even if just to make it look slightly better. Not a god artist, no, not even an artist. But hey, I have been spotted. How are you doing today, Chroma? What are we drawing tonight? Well, get rid of the grid now. Thought of an idea for something to do with story. We are kind of drawing the onion head spore. Indeed. Did I get the neck right? Indeed. Well, you can match it. I mean, the latest drawing you posted in the art section of Mass Discord honestly looks really cool. You could. It just involves practice. Absolutely could. I feel like I'm actually gonna go with the outermost lines, or the innermost lines as opposed to the outer. But I don't really practice. And that's kind of the problem. If you don't practice, you'll never get better. Just implement what I learned from listening to people in my base skill set. Oh, that's not center. Hold on. I'm gonna very quickly go back. My art isn't centered. Well, neither am I, apparently. And it annoys the ever-loving daylights out of me. That's fair. Incorrect. Freezing was just a natural progression of the white line on a black background. I suppose, but even then, that is still natural progression. Okay, so obviously the way I sketched it was more of this stance. This one, I think, needs to be a bit more front and center. Well, no, it doesn't need to be. I actually want to do this. Like, it's good to have the center of the body just kind of as a base. And let's change this back to transparent. I could just try both. What is masked? Does it? Masked and Lucia do it pretty much all the time with their body facing towards the screen. For the most part. You have other stuff, but... Like, do I want the... I want the body faced like how I sketched it, or facing forwards? That image has been staring. Oh, the one you posted? Staring into my soul for 2 hours. That makes sense. It does seem like it would stare into people's souls. I haven't done anything to it today. Okay. It's easier if I just draw the one body as opposed to... It's easier if I just draw the one body as opposed to if I draw multiple. It would be good practice to draw multiple. I'm making the wing like structure different shades of pink. You know, okay. Structure. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that working out. Yeah, to give that little psychedelic feeling. I gotcha. Let's do it like that. I guess actually I could just make it slightly easier, but no. Let's do the entire thing. Flaws and all. I realize I'm... Actually, no. Make the face scratches up the main head and make it look like a puppet. Ooh. See that working out. Now the shoulder is two-sided. Like, it would work if I was doing it from the side, but if I'm trying to do it from the front, no, that's too long. The left shoulder, I think, works. The right shoulder does not. So why don't I just... Was this never... Was this... Actually, it makes sense that it would be lopsided since the sketch is from the side. Well, kind of side view, but this I'm trying to do more from the front. It looks weird with the blue lines, but the second I take it out, that looks mostly right. Let's just... make those two a little bit better. So then... the blue lines might honestly be hurting more than they're helping, specifically with this. What do other... where do the armpits go? Gotta add a fan art section for Explore's newest fan art. Yeah. Really? Oh. Okay, this one... using this one as a reference point might be a mistake because the neck is a lot longer, the shoulders are a lot wider. Above. This is good. There's a drugs joke in there somewhere. A little bit. Might actually be making it too thin. Like in this case, let's go back and... just add a new layer. That line is much too thick. Wait, hold on. Do I still have the body? Need to make a new screw mark with my height and net skills. Do I still have that sheet? For like body proportions. That might honestly be a better set of blue. I mean, obviously it's gonna be a better set of blue than press it. Do I not still have it? Even if this is meant to be a bit more chibi-ish. Not like full chibi. Oh, one of my favorite decks got a bundle in Master Duel. Oh, Mekonko? That's... Because I didn't see any other decks that got a bundle. I can legalize Mekonko Terror now. As long as you have 2,000 gems. You are a certified ritual enjoyer. Cost 3K? I didn't even realize it cost 3K. I guess that checks out with the Labyrinth bundle. But man, that is egregious. Well, not necessarily egregious. Did I really not save that, or do I have it in another place? I might have it in just another place entirely. There's a guaranteed royal rare. I'm gonna wait until Yummy comes out before I look at that, because I want to see what other decks are in there. If there is literally anything else I would enjoy. And right now, Draco Tail just seems to be working for me. So, I'm fine with that, but I'm pulling it to make my 3 of each SR Mekonko equipped spells worth it. I really never... I never save the proportions. Render Draco Tail is too powerful for silver. And White Forest Azamina is still putting in a lot of work. Going up. A way weaker deck, and one that is okay, obviously, it's meant to be a bit more chibi, so I can work with this. If I'm going by this, the shoulders are actually quite right. I guess I can just go on the body, like set. There and there. Make this invisible. It's totally weaker. And not at all, and very well suited for gold play. I mean, that depends on how you. Instead, oh, I just looked at the top. Yeah, playing Cheerlemon's Shadow. Surely that is good enough for gold play. That looks better, for sure. Hold on, I'll save that for the outline for the arms. There we go. Okay. It's way too lopsided, in my opinion. So from here to here, it's about 1, 2, 3, 3 1/4 blocks. Here is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 1/4. It's much too lopsided. Also, the shoulders, now I'm looking at them, look a bit wonky as well. It might also just be the consequence of trying to mirror it. It's like, where does the body actually meet the shoulders? It would be it would meet the shoulders about where the curve starts. I guess. Okay, why don't I just... I don't know what you are, but I'll work on you later. I'm gonna put all of them in a group. I'm gonna try centering the entire thing. That'll work. That way it's a bit more clear. Shoulders are just not lined up quite right. I feel like it's just barely too... How much is this? That'll work. Maybe 3 pixels to the left, 4 pixels to the right. I also feel like this. So hold on. Let's go back. Did I just do it completely wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The alternative is I just... The alternative is I just move this forward. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from bottom to line. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. And I'm also gonna just very briefly do the hair all the way to the back. All right. Now let's do the body. Okay. Be two away. So here and here. About here. I'll do these two lines. And see how that looks. That still looks lopsided though. It looks lopsided, but I know it isn't. This is 2. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I did just make a mistake. That's fine. That's fine. Ah. Let's do 5. That looks better. That looks much better. Okay, let's do... Let's do that all the way down to here. I can kind of adjust later down the line. Let's go to... Okay, yeah, I'll adjust this now. Let's put a cutoff line there. It mostly works out. Let's start with... Oh, hey, Tim, how's it going? Doing a little bit of drawing for the day. Do I have the neck in the outline? I do. Gonna merge them. Gonna move them out of the group. I'm gonna start working on the arms. Like a very basic. I guess kind of like the Vitruvian pose is a more accurate way to say it. So the arms will go all the way down past the waist. Okay. And the hands. I don't know how much of this will realistically be visible most of the time. Let's name the layer. Arm outline. How's it going today? I can clean up some of the later. They go just about. Yeah, the palms of the hands go to like the end of the waist. If I want to make it any sort of realistic, I might want to. I mean, I can always redraw it. Is the thing. Make that for the hands. And then that will reconnect probably about like here. And no, here. Let's go here. Alright, here comes the hard part. The hands. So the way this person hits it, they go out. I guess the standard VTuber is just doing like that. So I can go. The finger might be a. Well, no. Just say if the finger is too long. Have it like that. Yeah. Now it's a bit more flat. The middle and the ring finger kind of bleed into their index finger, at least the way they have it drawn. Also get the other side of the hand started to go. What is the finger? And the palms are down. I guess it's more accurate to say they bleed into the palms more than the index finger. It's like, I want to do the palms. I'll do the palms first, and then I'll do the rest of this. No, I can't really do that either. If I go by literally every other artist I've or hands, like I got semi good of drawing hands just from the image that we never really talk about. But even that has kind of faded with not a lot of practice. The index finger, there's a thumb. Then how far up the index finger do they? I might have honestly made the index finger too short. If that's how big the thumb is. Make the that looks so weird without the other fingers. And like here. Like the most I really do with hands are like closed fists. A bit too big. Much too big. I need to give the palm a bit more depth. What is the whole of what you're drawing? So, it is essentially supposed to be a like drawing representation of my story's 2 character. I'll get rid of the grid so it's a bit easier to see. I'm trying to, I guess, draw it in a similar way as to like a VTuber is drawn. It's only slightly. I want to get rid of the second, like this line of the palm. Make it a bit easier to understand what the hand is doing. I might also just want to forego like the hand sprawled out look and just have the hand more flat. Like it's inevitably supposed to look more similar to this, but with different clothes and I guess a bit more complete is what I'm trying to get at. Move the eyes down. God is... If God was real, he would prevent me from drawing hands. I'm not drawing God. Wait. Modern day Picasso? No. Absolutely not. For one, I need to make the index finger a bit more full if I want to do it like that. Or is Picasso, I'm a piece of toast. No, I am not Picasso. All that still, and I don't... Maybe it was fine with the, like, slightly larger dent in the palm. Oh, too long. This one. I feel like the index finger is still too large. It's like somehow, what do you do for New Year's Eve? I had work. I worked New Year's Eve. And then I got home, and I went to bed. That alien fingers. And somehow I still feel like it's too short. Okay, hold on. If I go like that, sounds quite eventful. Yeah. Well, work was busy, but not. Like, inevitably, there were like a whole heap of customers, but also, it's like, it's New Year's Eve. Most people are at parties or at home. Just sitting out and not celebrating and being awake till 4 a.m. because people kept lighting fireworks. I'm very thankful that I sleep with a Bluetooth sleep mask that kind of just allows me to sleep through most things, like fireworks and lightning. Okay, that looks better. But then, how do I do this? God, what? They basically all need to live in a pretty small town, so I didn't hear many fireworks. That sounds much more. Imagine mittens and kittens for finger pins. That actually work. Okay, I think I can mostly see the line now, though. It's like, go. Need them all to be straight out. One good thing about New Year's is easy alcohol. Fair. I get that. It's just a little. I'm like holding up my own hand. Like, try to see if I can't replicate what I'm going for. I do not doubt my non-existent artistic talents. I mean, you do fine. Pretty late because I started E3 and I was looking up stuff for hours. That makes sense. I know E3 is a fairly long game. Well, if I go like this, I get... Okay, yeah, it needs to be slightly higher. And it is significantly... It is shorter than the ring, the middle finger. Then the pinky finger is significantly shorter. Because this one is... Okay, I see why they did it like that. What if I try again doing it the way they did? Keep mostly those same positions, but instead... Even if I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of E33, I do still hear like a lot of good things about it. Now the pinky finger needs to be away. Yeah, it's a lot more curled, even if when it's like, when I try to make it straight, and it connects all the way to like the base of the ring finger. No, that's looks awful. Isn't really a gamer. Same way that I'm not a gamer. Here's the worst part. I'm very much tempted. Like, relatively speaking, I think this looks not great, but fine as is. I'm very much tempted to just draw Mickey Mouse gloves. Like, cut this part of the hand a little bit. Make the thumb closer to the ring finger. I'm like very tempted to do that because trying to draw the pinky is being really also trying to work with looking at it, they do split up the index finger and the thumb and the rest of the fingers into separate layers. It seemed like that's what they did, and that might have been the better idea. That goes down. Perfectly straight, and then curls. Now, I may try again with the ring with the pinky finger eventually, but no, that'll have to work. That'll just have to be for now. Okay. Let's try a little bit more with the arm. I want to have realistic. I can, well, for one, I can get rid of this line here for now. What I might want to do is do a separate one. Make this one slightly transparent, and just go from here. Like, how do I do the arms? $199,550 more points until I can purchase your ASMR. God, I hope that day never comes, unfortunately. But I know it will. Because I know Chroma is dedicated to that. And Spurs a board certified gamer, whilst I don't game. Yeah, Chroma is very much ahead, unfortunately. So, like, that day is probably gonna be, it's closer than I would like it to be. The dip in the forearm is a little bit smaller than I would. You know, when that day comes, you don't need to. Did you beat Silksong? I did indeed beat Silksong. And I'm now on to getting through the rest of my wish list, basically. Without the rest of the forum, that looks really awkward. You don't need to. Trust me, you don't need to. That dips in. I do. Yeah, same. Which is why I'm kind of trying to get through some of them. While I can. Because, for one, Silksong DLC, if you didn't see it, I was afraid of the teasing that will come. I mean, it's your eyes for that. Can't stop. Not quite yet. Well, Silksong, but I have no idea when I'll actually decide to play it. Well, getting it is the first step. I guess, like, the second step is beating through most of, if not all of your backlogs that you can actually get around to it. Like, Silksong, you can get to it whenever you... I guess, like, there is DLC coming for free in 2026, right, of the games that are in my backlog. Yeah, a little. But I promise it is normal. I'm sure. Well, I guess I'm adding this to... No, I don't need to. I can just... reattach it to the hand this way. I was always exaggerating my accomplishments and my weirdness. A little, yeah, I will admit. First impressions, well, not even really first impressions. I think it was more like fourth or fifth impressions. It's a bit more accurate to say. Because first impressions was during a Master Duel stream. I don't think you really got into some of your interesting games, so to speak, until like the fourth or fifth. I'm just gonna... I think I am just gonna have it be... flat for the most part. Weirdly enough, looks... Suffering intensifies. There is no voice that cries suffering other than my own right now. Trying to draw hands. I've been playing Dark Souls 3 for 2 years. I beat every other Soulsborne game in the span of 2 months. Impressive. Fairly impressive. And final one. way too thick. Certified Bloodborne Enjoyer is Chromawyn indeed. Okay. Dark Souls 2, I really got to right outside the final boss room. I just never went inside. How painful is Dark Souls 2? Specifically the final boss. I don't really... Not very, in my opinion. And yeah, you should have a fairly simple time. But I was mostly talking to Chroma. That. Okay, from here, let's go ahead and continue with the body. Move this up to here, just so that it's fine. Let's see. I don't want the waist to be too thin. Like, you might have some decent success coming back. Come back in to Dark Souls 2, seeing if you can't beat the final boss. Although, you might play a Soulsborne, a Souls game here or there. I definitely think I'm making it too thin. It just looks like someone took a bite out of it. Did you? Actually, probably. Oh, that's fine. Rathless chest. I was using a started playing this for Start of the Waste. Just a little. Rathless shoe. Oh. Funny. But no, not quite. That looks a bit more correct. Let's go with that. Not quite surgical precision. Something close to it. Let's let's do it like that. Okay. Okay. God. This. Okay, so. How am I gonna draw this? Did I make the ways to. I'm gonna save. And then I'm gonna. Okay. So. Are you going out and doing anything later or just stream? So. Stream will end in like an hour and then I have to get back to work. Not really anything else today. This is just gonna be it for the most part. Where did I save it? Huh? Did I miss it? There it is. Let's do. Let's look at day 4 real quick. How did I do this? Obviously, this is meant to be, the sport is meant to be a bit more realistic compared to this. Oh, wait, did I? No, wait, I did shorten the midriff a little bit. Between this and the final model, or the final version. Kinda. It's like very slightly shorter. That is your grill. That is indeed your grill. However, all for the bad puns all for the terrible pun, indeed. Okay, this actually works. This actually works out. Okay. Oh. Need a new regular layer. Okay. Wait for a second, I thought you drew another drawing at the time I looked away. No, so this was an old one. This was one I did. When did I start drawing this? It's been like a bit over a year since I drew this drawing. Like it's. I'm ashamed to say, I arguably got better at drawing hands from doing this drawing. But then I just didn't do any more hands. Yeah, summer last year. Okay, I do realize. It'd be summer of 2024 is when I did it. That's when I did that. It's technically last year's 2025. All because you made a bad pun. Yep. God, this seems so... Last year was 2025. So it would be 2024 that I drew it. So strange. Tem, that's not a brag. If you were intending that to be a brag, that's not a brag. I mean, the average Yu-Gi-Oh player has probably showered less, but that's an old joke. That's also not a bag. Well, okay, if you take baths, that's fair. It's like, obviously showers take less water than baths, depending on how long you're in there for. I definitely feel like I need to... I don't... Got some scented candles and brandy for my bath. Obviously, I don't drink, but that does sound like a nice time in the bath. Oh, that looks so weird. I think I made it. Ugh. This is such a strange shape that I don't really know. I do not know what I dropped. Just the strangest thing to admit. I just want to make it a giant circle and call it a day. No, I will not. The scent is amber and raspberry. It's nice. Smelled quite nice. The other thing is technically, yeah, this would be a little bit like this. Yeah, don't eat scented candles. But that does sound quite nice. I'm just gonna do that. Gonna the thing is I can just go. I can go like that. Ready to. From here, I can just go. Oop, not that much. Just that. Not enough. So awkward. This doesn't have to be done today. It's not going to be done today. Not nearly done today. Just looks a lot more awkward than I want it to be. Okay. Let's go ahead and move everything from the neck down to the arm. Put it in a group. Saving gems. I just need to see if the new shadow cards are in the pack. Yep. That is, at least to some degree, what I'm doing when it comes to... Oop. I can also get rid of this part of the body outline, at least for now. Let's start with the leg. I guess I should go waist first, honestly. Waist as opposed to leg. I'm here. What is your day job? I work customer service. Which I do realize that is kind of just a nothing sentence, but I think you get what I mean. Customer service for a regional grocery store. that. What does the... How do you look? It's the bottom of the waist. Legs. Or up and around the knees. Okay. My day job is a local crime aficionado. True. Might be making the legs a little bit too... I don't need it that thick. Let's go back to there. Let's put this to like 50%, just so that I have like a guide on where the knees are. Okay, so this. And that curves up back around. Yeah, just before the knee. It doesn't need to be that curved, for sure. Fun is a word. It doesn't need to curve. Do we tell them? You can, if you want to. If you're comfortable with telling them, you can. That's the ankles, yeah. Okay, that's a bit too straight. No, that's not quite the right curve I want. Do I reveal my deep dark secrets? Once again, if you feel comfortable doing so, you can. But I will not force you to do so. Okay. The ankle is a bit too wide. That's a bit too short. I think, like... That'll work. Good heavens, would you look at the time? Is it time to commit crime? Not this time? Problem is just Tony Soprano. Perhaps. Okay, hold on. I don't need that. Actually, no. For this, never thought of myself as a THT. What was the earliest one that had, like, the best legs? Probably this one. I mean, technically it needs to be more or less reversed. Did I? Wouldn't quite be realist, but it could work. Just like a basis. Let's just do a full reset on the leg. I'm more like a guy who knows crimes and doesn't do them. Okay. Like I said, I can get it down first, but this one needs to be a bit more pricing. I can get it drawn first, then do. Oh, that looks so cursed. Actually, no, I need to rework this now. I need to make. Obviously, I used. That as a guideline that I shouldn't have. Take inspiration from my model. Actually, hold on. Did I draw? I know I drew yours. Do I have it? Oh, that's right. The dress covers the knees. And I need the knees. Okay, that looks better. Still not great. I also didn't draw the shoes for your thing, Chroma, so that'll also heavily come back to bite me. Who needs shoes anyway? I get what you're saying, but I'm not drawing. Like, I get what you're saying, but I'm not drawing a female version of myself with the feet out. Or at least making sure that it's all like as shoes. No. I am well aware of how people behave. Feet are the best part of the human body. They can take you anywhere. I mean, true, but I also know how people behave around them. Ooh, I made them. Yeah, we are civilized here. Need to make. I'll make the foot a bit more front-facing. Civilized here? My Yu-Gi-Oh! Crimes would not allow that. Civilized under sport? No. I know where that's going. Okay. Oops. Should make it go a bit more towards like. I'm a professional. Blue lines are underneath. Okay, so this is. Where do they put bottom? the very least, I have it, like, for the most part, drawn. Where is it? Huh? Oh, it's too high. That's why. Well. Oh? Sure regrets having given me mod. Dickens. Why did I mess up that bad? Okay. I guess I've got the basic frame down now. Like, actuality. From here, let's actually do a little bit of better. I want to make the eyes bigger. Maybe just slightly bigger. A bit more like that. Bring straight ahead. Speed the wagon. Let's also group up the legs and feet. I guess I can label the groups while I'm at it. Okay, so no, the nose is worse. The nose makes it look worse. I wish there was an easier way to make a nose. Nose don't have a nose, and if they do, it's just like a single point, like there. You know, like that. Kinda. Maybe it's better with, like actual depth. Have like shadows and stuff. But I guess this works. It's like the shadows of evil. I guess that was fairly well timed. Let's actually. How did I mess this up? Shadows of the Hedgehog. There's something to mess this up. So why would it be so lopsided otherwise? My favorite OC, Shadow, the Hedgehog, do not steal. I would not dream of it. You. Let's get the grid back up for a second. It feels like... It feels so strange that there is so much more space in between here and here. And it should be the exact same amount of space. I just might have attempted to get such an action. Of stealing an OC, it is a fate worse than death that awaits you should you try to steal someone's beloved OC. I forgot to reconnect a hand, but that's fine. I can reconnect it later. Okay, I can reconnect it now. There we go. Here's the thing. Like, actually, this feels like it needs to be right here. How many pixels is this away from this line? This is, I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Second, is it possible that how far away is this from the waist? This waist, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5, give or take. This is my comparison is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this needs to be a little, like, just slightly further out. Okay, let's go from this point to this point. Is about just about a half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5, and to like this point, which is Let's avoid confusion. They look like a better me, act like me, walk like me, it just might be me. The next best thing, but not quite me. Where did I go wrong? Where did I mess up? Did I really sneak in an Eminem reference? You bet your sweet bibby you did. Oop. Wrong eraser. Else. Yeah, this just doesn't fit. I don't know, this just doesn't fit. I made it like almost a perfect mirror. not. Okay, it does. Okay, that's what it did. Did I mess up here somehow? Clearly I did. Hold on. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4.5. That's 5.5. Okay. I see. So this is more correct. Oh, I didn't cut it all the way. That's why. The real one. Get rid of this one. Okay. comparison. There we go. Okay. And the very last thing I'll do is I will oh no, wait. Levitating ever so slightly, indeed. There we go. I can just remove. Remove that. Okay. I now have a very, very basic sketch. I'll get rid of the... that I can work on another day. I need to just close out of this. Masses live. Let us drop by them. Let's drop by Masked and Lucia while they are Digimoning. Okay. Let us head on over. God. Things are getting sore. And do a bit of a roundup tomorrow. Tomorrow I should have off. And more than likely, it's mostly gonna be more stories. I'm gonna see how far I can get in stories with a little bit of I did a little bit of off-camera mining, so to speak, yesterday, but mostly have left the story completely have left the story untouched. So we'll continue with that from tomorrow for another longer stream. That being said, it's about time I get something to eat and get ready for work. So, Tim, thank you so much for stopping by. Chroma, thank you so much for stopping by. You all have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care.